ECM subsystems offline. Switching to encrypted circuit.
Registration number RB23. Call sign Raven. Apologies for the intrusion. You have been followed. Contact is imminent.
Hostile incoming. AC.
Forged in ash, we stand as one. This place will be your grave. Menace to Rubicon. I know you, Menace. You can see them too. The voices. Just as I once did. How much of our hymn have you heard, Menace? Coral, abide with Rubicon. Coral, endure within us all. For none of us shall pass the die. The Coral must not be set free. Only tragedy awaits beyond the threshold.
Hey everybody, welcome back. So, we're gonna get around to the other half of Avex's request. We're gonna look at Thumb Dolmayan's AC. I know he said that we don't have to look at them both, we can look at one or the other, but it's fine. I'm cool with looking at them both. I was gonna get around to all of them anyway. It's just when you suggest one of these, it just kind of pushes them ahead of the line. But we have Thumb Dolmayan, or Father Dolmayan if you prefer, in the AC Astghik, father of the Rubicon Liberation Front, veteran military commander, and founder of the School of Choral Mysticism. As a young man, Dolmayan was once a dozer vagrant until the fires of Vivus burned the star system. In the fire's aftermath, he developed an ardent belief in symbiosis with the Choral. This belief informed the founding ideals of the Rubicon Liberation Front, ideals that have made martyrs of countless Choral warriors. So this guy's kind of an extremist. And you got a bunch of other people who are probably on the brink of desperation. Probably Choral addicts like him, and made them all into extremists. And they just want the corporations to, you know, quit digging into all the Choral, man. I don't really know politics, and I'm not really one for that. We're just here to look at this AC. So let's look at this AC, and then make it better. For the frame, we have the Basho frame. Pretty much purist on that. He hasn't gone astray at all. Using a lot of BALS parts. BAWS, BALS. On the internals, we have a Kikaku booster, also by BALS. I'm just gonna call him Balls. I think that's what I'm gonna call him. For the FCS, he has a PO5. It's a good FCS. It's a good one. Yeah. Generator's an aorta, which is not a bad generator. It's just annoying. Really annoying. Especially for people like me who will probably forget and not let it drain out all the time. I drain it. I'll admit, I drain my generator often, but it seems like whenever I try to use these redshift deals, I always end up messing it up. He's got good taste using the assault armor there. Always nice.
Toasty.
For the weapons, we have the Ronsetsu RF in the right arm. In the left hand, we have the BUTTA Pulse Blade. Probably won't do anything to that. We're going to go ahead and leave that alone. On the back, we have the Kyorai Napalm Launcher, which is always fun with fire and all, but it's like half of part of the problem I have here with this AC. And on the other back, we have the P19 MLT-04 missile launcher, which would be nice if it weren't for the fact that it's a hand missile launcher, which means he has to switch it to his hand to use it. This boy can only use 2 of his weapons at a time. I find that to be highly annoying. Now, admittedly, his left hand is already using a weapon that can only be used by itself. Like, you can't really fire a gun while you're swinging a sword anyway, but, you know, it's already there. It's ready to go. It's not like I have to switch it out all the time. I hate that. So we're gonna fix that. We're gonna do something about that. Let's do that. And here we go. So, first thing you might notice, it looks a lot nicer repainted. I didn't change any of the colors. All I did was just get rid of the patine. As usual, we left the frame alone. We didn't change anything on the frame. But for the internals, we actually made quite a few changes. All of them. All of it changed. Booster is a gills booster. I know, probably different from what you were expecting. Probably weren't expecting me to use the gills, but I wanted to be able to quick boost a lot and quickly a lot, fast, many times. And the gills will give you that. FCS, we use the Talbot FCS because the changes I made kind of push me in a little bit closer more often, and it's nice to be able to go in and out rather than like picking one or the other. So we're going with the Talbot, so we have a little bit of both mid and close range. Generator, we're using the VP20C generator. This is basically just to try and squeeze as much boost speed out of this AC as possible, while still maintaining some decent supply and recharge abilities. At least much better supply than what we had before with the Aorta. We didn't do a thing to the assault armor. We went ahead and left that alone because, of course. And for the weapons, I swapped out the Ransetsu for a Curtis, mainly just because it's my own personal preference as far as these weapons go. I don't really appreciate like the charge shot on the Ransetsu being a 3-round burst or whatever it is. It's just not my style. I left the pulse blade alone. Figured that's gonna go ahead and be fine. It's nice to have when you know people are gonna be coming after you and they might use pulse shields. On the right back, I could have potentially tried to use fire, but unfortunately nothing on our back weapons that are like actual back weapons focus on fire. So instead, I went with Morley. And this is kind of what was starting to push me up in closer range every now and then. Putting this on and keeping the pulse blade. And then we have the P08 Duo 03. I know some people don't like the Duo missiles and think that they're very inaccurate. It's really more so just a matter of timing with them. And yes, I know I tend to get a little bit happy with the trigger sometimes and fire them when I shouldn't. I admit that. But they are actually also one of the higher DPS missile types in the game, considering how quickly they reload. They reload so fast. Those are the changes I made though. I've been rambling on plenty long enough now, and as you can tell, this has been one of the less disciplined build talks that we've had. So let's just go ahead and get on to the PvE and PvP, and you can go ahead and enjoy the real fun. Alright, thanks again to Pavex for suggesting Steelhaze Ordis or Thumb Dolmayan, which basically just put them ahead in the line a little bit and made them both the next two. But that's fine. Love it. Hope you all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, and come back for more. And, of course, always welcome more suggestions, please. Bye.